What's happening, YouTube? Knife Factor at it again with a review of the Orion Scorpio. Let me tell you a little something about this great little knife. And let me tell you something bad about it. There's not very much bad about this knife. It really does the job. The only I would call bad is where that pocket clip, which is an amazing titanium pocket clip, is countersunk into that micarta. It wore that micarta out and gives me play. And yes, I've tightened it down and let it sit with Loctite on it before I use it again. So it just wore out that micarta. I bet if I got the G10 scales for this, they're naturals, that would put an end to that real quick. So before we get into anything else, one more, not bad, but different than I was expecting when I first opened the box. Just to let you know, it's not quite as slicey as I thought it would be. And it's just due to blade shape and size. That's all that is. But it is a little workhorse for this little blade, a comfortable one at that. So we'll get into some dimensions right off the bat. You got a blade length of 2 3/4 with a cutting edge of 2 5/8, a handle length of 4 inches, and a total length of 6 3/4. So there you go on the measurements. We'll throw in, let's see what we got here with the calipers. Zero that out again, and again, and again. All right, we're struggling with the calipers. Okay. Behind the spine, 0.1035. Behind the edge, oops, if I can get it there, 0.0385. Handle thickness, why not? 0.565. So there's your dimensions. We'll throw in the weight also for you. I thought I had that turned on. I guess it automatically shuts off after a while. So weight, we have 3.45 ounces. There you go. I already told you the bad about this. It is unfortunate, but it's not slicey. But being that it's not slicey, this thing turned out to be a little worker. This thing's cutting it all, getting it all done real quick. It's super comfortable in the hand. For my hand, it's great with the choke up. Obviously, like I said before, it doesn't do a lot for me there. But here, you know, I could really get into that right with my thumb up there, but more of a pinch grip. Man, that jimping is a nice jimping. I like that jimping. You can get different color backspacers and pivot collars on their website. You know, make it your own. Choose your colors. Some different scales. I think the only ones I saw on there right now are the natural G10s, which would end my little one bad thing about it. But outside of this thing being a total workhorse for such a small knife and comfortable in hand, personally, I wish this feathered out a little bit further right there. Not because of a hot spot, just because I can slightly feel this in my knuckle. It doesn't really wear on me, but I do feel it. Somebody else's hand, I think different size, different shape, probably won't even notice that. So it is a heck of a worker. And it's a little knife, and it carries easy. And is super, super fidgety. I mean, this thing has every deployment. I can never give myself enough room here. Never. Thumb flick. Reverse flick. Just using the button. Flipper. Boom. You got all kinds of stuff going on here for it. And it's all solid. No blade play up and down, side to side, nothing. Centering. Started perfect and is still perfect. I've had this thing a few weeks. Love this little knife. It's a great little work knife, little EDC, utilitarian, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to throw some comparisons up for you. We'll start with the Buck 661 Small Pursuit. It's a little bit bigger, but it's a lot thinner. This is nowhere near as comfortable as this one in hand. How about a Wee Banter? I think that's the perfect comparison, except it is a little thicker there. And a pair of 3 Get rid of the wee banter and get the Benchmade North Fork in there. All small knives, you can see. The Para 3 is real close in size. The North Fork is shorter in handle, longer in blade. So there you go. And if you're interested, I just thought of this. Let's check that handle width for you. .556. Okay, now with all that, you already know I like this knife. It's got a crowned spine. I think that is awesome. You know, we know who else does that. It's got this fuller, got this great jimping. You got all the add-ons you can do to it. I mean, I'm very happy with this knife. I cannot complain. If you want a little working knife that's solid, this is it. I mean, the price, the edge has stayed sharp with cut and rope and odds and ends, cardboard, nice and pointy, so you can cut your tape real easily in there. Like I said, it's not as slicey as I expected, but that's my own judgment, bad judgment. Anyways, that's about all I got for you on this. Give me a like, follow, subscribe, whatever you want to call it. Check me out on Instagram, knife_factor, all that goodness. But that's about all I got for you. If you want a good knife for a good price with that 14C28N steel, and you like them small like this with lots of holding and fidgeting options, man, this is a great little knife, especially for the price. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody.